Hello everybody, Fudge 3004 here. I am in a game called Novus Inceptio, and this game came out in like June of 2015 or something. I picked it up in like June or July of 2017. I have about 17 hours and I don't have a lot of time into it. I did play it some. I kind of have a little basic understanding of it. It does have a multiplayer mode, it has a single player mode, and this game is based out of Europe, so we're not going to be trying to do the multiplayer because it's got a lot of lag, and they say that when you try to get into it. So we're just going to go and do the single player, and that's what we're going to focus on, and I will teach you guys as much as I can about this game. So when you start, you have 3 save slots, and then you just press new game, and then you press play, and then the game will start. Welcome everybody to Novus Inceptio. This is an early access game. It is a survival crafting game, and there are many things that you can build, but you have to pick up a lot of items to be able to build them. And this game also has one unique attribute to it, and that is that you start at age 18. And when you turn 75, you die, and you respawn, and you're basically a clone. And like basically an apocalypse happened, and you are cloned. Humanity is cloned. And you are just here to survive. That is your main goal. So to kind of pause the game to where you don't move around, just press Alt, and you have 2 tool belts. You have your control tool belt up here, which I don't know what I can put on there yet, but I do have another tool belt down here, and these are different things that came with me. So I can move around W, S, A, and D. And so these are different waypoints up at the top that you can see. So here is a start temple, there is a obelisk, and all these question marks up at the top of the screen are on your HUD is basically where what things you can go to. I know the numbers are really small, so that's north, that's northeast, this is east, this is southeast, this is south, this is southwest, and this is west, and of course northwest. So as we go farther, we will open up a lot of those question marks on the top. And so down in the lower left, right down here, you can chat with the enter key. We're not going to be doing any of that. Character window C, I is inventory, X is crafting, B is building, and there's a map with them. And then you can, if you get unstuck, you can press U. And of course there's escape to go to the main menu, and then a help button if you press F1. Excuse me. So let's just go, sorry about that, let's just go ahead and try to check out some things here. So this is your character menu. You can go in up close and kind of see what your person looks like. There is no male, female, you just are a male, and that's what the game is. We start with a knife, and we can fix it later, but we need to gather a lot of stuff before we can even think about doing that. I know I have some age points, but I don't exactly know what I can do with them right now. It's been a long time since I played the game. I don't know if I actually ever used them, maybe a little bit, but that was quite a while ago. So this is our health with our calories and our fat layers, and of course we have our things that hurt us: bleeding, poison, nausea, fracture, rhinitis, and sunstroke. And these are things that will heal us. And then our penalties: disorientation, our bonuses: underwater breathing, stamina lock, cold resist, and hot resist. So these are the seconds that they will last, and these are skills, and there are a lot of skills. So each skill will take logic, speed, physical strength, physical depth, I guess, or maybe that's side strength and side depth, whatever that is. Control, stamina, strength. So you need to all these things, you need to try to get your skills up as fast as you can. And so these are things that are already down here. So botanizing and foraging, we just press 1 and 2, and then we need to make a fishing rod to do the fishing. And then of course we have water and a stamina tonic, and then a health potion. So And then, you know, all of these are all the same things that are right down here. And then we have 10 health healing covers, which will heal the bleeding and stuff like that. So we have the Fahrenheit, our stamina, and our hit points down here in the very bottom in the middle, and then our hunger and thirst. So that's what we have here, and then we have some bonuses for things that we can unlock, like more weight, more health, more stamina, and this is another load capacity. So I'm going to show you guys that here in just a little bit, and so far as I know, that's about all that there is here. So you can see that they don't even have everything in. This has been in early access for quite a while now. So crafting basics. We can open up stuff because we have to get stuff to open all this stuff up. So we don't have any points because we just don't have any yet because we haven't done anything. Harvesting basics, which is this one right here. So we need to do stuff to be able to get that. And you can see increases harvesting results for wood, upgrade cost 2 age points. So if we wanted to actually do this, first we have to get on here, and then this cost us age points. So that means we won't be able to do whatever it is that is. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but these are generation points that we can use to get to the next level of stuff. And we have 4 points available, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now until we get a little bit farther into the game. For your crafting, you press X. Now, this is all of the crafting. I'm not going to get into everything right now. That'll take pretty much a full hour of just trying to explain all of this stuff. You can make every part in here for whatever you need. Woodworking is all of the wood stuff. I mean, you know, I guess that one pretty much makes sense, right? And there is weapons and tool smithing, and there are parts, and there's just like all kinds of stuff, stone masonry, cooking, blacksmithing. But we have to actually be able to do things like gotta be near a forge or a campfire or stuff like that to be able to do a lot of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get this underway. And so we're going to actually exit out of here, and that tells us that that is a bank right over there. So let's open up this. There's a chest right here that we can open up. There's nothing in it. So yeah, there's actually nothing in here to take. So we're not going to be able to take anything out of there. And then there's another little area over here. Now we're opening stuff up as we go. So that is a clone station, and so they are already making a clone, as you can see. And then of course there is this stuff here, and we can't really do anything with anything in here right now, but this is the starting place where everybody starts. So these are all the different clones, and like I said, you are a clone, so there's a quest waypoint right out there. So let's just go and exit this building and see what we can find. So this is like a temple, and there is another area that we can explore. I'm not going to do that right now because we can get lost in there. We just don't have anything to do anything with right now because we have not done any harvesting. So if I want to botanize, I can press 1, and if I want to press 2, then that will forage, and I can get stuff, and I already got a beehive chip. So I don't know what a beehive chip is or what it does, but we got one. So botanize again, corn seed, and forage, and got 3 raw stone. And then come over here, and we should be able to forage this rock. So now we got 3 raw stone. And I'm going to just keep on going around, pressing 1 and 2, Rusella seed, garlic seed, marjoram, which is a spice. And then there we got nothing because there was nothing there already. So whatever that means, it's not an American game or even an English game. It's in another language, and they translated it. So that way we have, we can play it. Now there are chests around here and stuff. We just opened them in another area. So let's come over to this chest. We're going to open up this chest, see what's in here. So it looks like there is a healing bandage and a healing cover and whatever that is. And so let's just, and an empty jar. So let's just go and take all. We're going to press E, and then we're going to go into our inventory, and let's see what all this stuff is. So this is a healing cover. That's a bandage, and sometimes these things. Okay, I see. Sometimes these things show up, and then sometimes they don't. So you just gotta. There we go. That's a bandage for healing. An herb healing bandage that uses herbs to heal us. A rune of improvements, so we can actually an ancient rune that serves as an ingredient for improvement kits for tools, weapons, and something else. Tools, weapons, and armor. And then we have a rune fragment. And we need to use all of this stuff. Now, we're going to get rhinitis if we're not careful. So, that is a disease that we need to cure with tea. So, let's just go ahead and come back and do the starting temple for just a minute until this rain passes. There is a little guy that follows us. It's this little guy right here with the beams coming out of his eyeballs. So I have no idea what he does. He just follows us everywhere. So that's the one thing that I do know is he just follows us. I don't know what his role is. Okay, so let's go and press X and let's see what it is that we can make, if anything. So basic crafting, bandages, healing cover. We can make healing cover from any herbs. So let's just go ahead and make a healing cover. Now, we made that. So let's go to I, our inventory. And now we have 2 healing covers because we picked one up in that chest. And so, did that. Now there are 2 inventories. There's your upper inventory up here, which you can only have 37.5 kilograms, and you just cannot move. Now there's a bottom inventory here, and that holds 5,000 kilograms, and all of the heavy stuff needs to be put down here. So like this bottle and anything that is actually some weight needs to be put down there, because these things can actually slow you down and make you not move as fast. And there's lots of room up here. I mean, this thing will expand, and that's how much area you have. And down here, it will hold a lot. So, you know, we're going to be picking up a lot of stuff. I'm going to go out here and see if we can do a little bit of foraging here real quick and maybe not get ourselves, you know, sick or anything. So, go up to plants and then E, picks leaves. So, we're going to go ahead and pick up 30 of these leaves. And it picks up 3 at a time, so that way it doesn't take like forever. So we're going to go pick up a few plants worth of leaves. And so we got these, and now we're going to, okay, so since we can destroy stuff too, but I'm really not interested in destroying stuff. So I foraged that stone, and if we come over here to this, then we cannot do anything with that, but we can do something with this. So we can pick the bark, and then we can pick the branches, and then we can pick resin, because we have a knife on us, and that's what the knife is doing, is it is picking stuff, or it's getting the resin and stuff. So you need to use the 1 key, the 2 key, the left or right mouse button. Now here's an azalea, so let's go and pick the leaves, and then we're going to pick these 21 azaleas, and this is going to be, all of these things are all crafting items. So if you do not want to craft something, just move and it will quit crafting it. So, or baking it, or getting it, or whatever it is that you're doing. So now, and that will just stop it. So, and if you're moving, you cannot pick up things when you're moving. You have to be stopped to be able to pick up things. Now I can't cut this down because I don't have an axe. But I will be able to here shortly, because as I pick up branches and stuff like that, then I'm going to be able to make stuff from all of these things. Now I can pick up this bark, and then I'm going to get this resin. And all the little dings that you're hearing are things that we are finding. So right there with that rune, that's an anomaly, and we can go through that and go to a desert. We don't want to do that right now. Just trust me, we really do not want to do that right now. It is very dangerous in the desert. There's scorpions, there's high heat, and we need to have a way more mini supplies than what we have on us right now. And the thing is with the anomalies is if I go a little too close to that, then I'm going to go into the anomaly. So I want to stay a good little distance away from it, because like I said, I don't want to go there right now. Now I tried to harvest when I was moving, and it wouldn't let me because I was still slightly moving. So I'm going to pick up these Rusellas, and then we're going to go into back into the temple, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the crafting stuff so you guys have a basic idea of what to do and how to do it. So we can go up these stairs, but we're not going to do that right now because it's a huge area underground of this temple, and we can get lost in all kinds of stuff. There's some ore to mine down there, but we're not really going to be doing that right now. Let's try to focus on like getting out and doing some stuff. Okay, so we're going to start with some basic crafting. So let's go to X, and let's go ahead and see about making some weapons and tools. So go to weapon and tool smithing down near the bottom, and you can't make any improving kits because we don't have an anvil or a forge. So we can't do that. We won't be able to make any shields because we need an anvil or a forge. So you need to make all this stuff before you can do things. Now parts, we can make parts. So let's say under the tools that I want to make, because I want to make an axe. So you click on that, and then you see you need 2 blades, 1 handle, and 1 twine. Well, what is that stuff? Well, as you open up this stuff, then you can see, okay, so we need 2 blades, and then we come down here and blade right here. Now, under blade, there are 2 more items, additional production from other material. We can make them from bone or metal if we have like a forge or a campfire. We don't, so we're just going to make it out of stone. So let's just go and make 2 of these because we needed to make the axe, because it says right there need two blades. So let's go and do that to create. And now we created 2 blades. Now for the other parts of the axe, we need a handle, and then we're going to need twine. Now twine, we need fiber, and fiber, we need the leaves. That's what we're picking up the leaves and or plants from. So let's just go ahead. We have quite a few of those. Let's go and make like, I don't know, 10 of those, because we're going to need quite a lot of that stuff for quite a lot of things. So, that's going to make a whole lot of stuff, and that's going to be good for us. Now, when we come back down here to our axe, now we don't have the twine yet, but we will have it. We have the fiber, so let's go ahead and make the twine. So the twine is from the fiber, and then we create that. Now, you can see that we're 1 step closer. Now we need to make the handle. And right in here, there's a handle, wood, and we need a shaft. And for the shaft, you click on that, and it just takes branches. So let's just go ahead and maybe, since we're going to be making quite a few tools, let's just go and press 5. We'll make 5 of those shafts. So now that these shafts are being made, we are also improving our skills. So it is also taking stuff from our knife and stuff like that. So this thing will probably eventually break, and then we have to make another one. So we're going to have to be really careful with what we make. So now when we go to our axe, now we need the handle. We haven't made that quite yet. So let's make the handle out of the wood, which is the shaft. So let's create that. Okay, so now our parts are ready. And I thought we made a handle. Did we not make a handle? I thought we made a handle. Maybe it just didn't make it. So, okay, there we go. Now we should, okay, there we go. Now we have that. Maybe I made a head. And now we have an axe. So, now, and this will always turn red for whatever we have. Now, let's go ahead and go into our inventory, and right there is an axe. Now, I probably made something that I didn't really mean to make. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it just failed. There is a chance that everything will fail. There is a chance you have to work on stuff and do stuff and stuff like that. So let's take our axe and let's put that on number 7. Okay, now what we can do is actually chop down a tree now to get logs. So let's go over here to this tree, and the first thing that we really need to do is just go ahead and get the stuff off of it. E to get the bark, F to get the branches, and then we're going to get the resin. And then hold down the right mouse button to cut it, and I'll cut down the tree, and the tree will kind of be like invisible and stuff on one side. It's just the way that this game is. So And we're going to go and pick up the bark again. We don't have to, but we really are going to need all these resources. Let's get the resin. And now we're going to chop this tree. And so a lot of times it'll have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 choppings. And now we have a log, 3 logs in our inventory. So now we can use that to make other parts. Okay, so we have an azalea over here. So let's just go and pick these leaves, these azaleas, and then we'll pick these leaves because we need to use them. Now we can destroy these things, but I don't really see a need to. There's really no real reason to destroy a lot of the stuff if we can all help it. Now, I did make a few shafts, so what I can do is, first off, let's go and check this chest. Let's open this guy up, and healing cover, and stamina, and a rune, and another empty bottle. So let's go and take all this. Now, if you want to fill up an empty bottle, you need to go to water. And if you can, like, get a well or something built, then that's even better. So come down here to the water where we are entering the safe zone of the obelisk. You have to be standing in the water. Go to your inventory. And let's just go and put that down there. Because all the heavy stuff we want down on the bottom. Remember, our weight has to be below the 37.5 kilograms. So I'm thinking that what we should do is probably move some of this heavier stuff that we have, like all these leaves are like 6.65 kilograms. So let's move those down to the bottom. Some of this other stuff, we can worry about doing this in a little bit. For right now, we do this. So fill with water or fill all with water or drop. I'm going to fill all with water. So now we have some more water, and then we can put that right there on number 4 with the rest of our jars. And I didn't mean to actually do that. I meant to put it on 4. There we go. And now, let's go ahead and drink the water. Now we have another empty jar, or empty bottle, or whatever it is called. And so now we can fill up this one. And now if that's filled, let's go and put it in the bottom. Okay. Now let's go ahead and make something else. So press X and let's try to make a hammer. So we need 2 heads, a handle, and a twine. Now I did make a little bit of fiber, so let's just go and make the twine first off. And then let's go and make 2 stone heads, because we said we needed 2. You can either click like that and put the number in, or you can just use a plus and minus buttons there, and we need 2 heads. Now we made those, okay, right down there. And now we have a shaft, so now we need a handle, and we can make that out of wood, and because I made 5 shafts. And now we have that, and then we just come back down here, go to our hammer, and create our hammer. And then we go to I, get out of this, go to I. Now also, if you guys are in your crafting too, you can just go over here to your inventory. I kind of forgot about that till right now. Go to your inventory and you can just drag this to whatever button you want to. I would advise not putting it on these 3 things because you need to be able to harvest and forage. You need to be able to do that. So we got a couple things. So let's go to number, I guess that'll be 8. And let's go over to this rock. And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to forage. And now we're going to mine the raw stone. So now we're going to be getting a lot of raw stone. So now we have a lot more raw stone, plus, some rock salt and some other stuff. So now we got that, and then we can do that to all these stones, all these rocks, all of this area. And we can just do this over and over as many times as we need to or want to. As you do stuff, you'll notice there's a green line underneath, and so that is the weapon or tool that we are currently using. So we need to kind of be aware of that, because we're going to have to make improving kits or just keep on making tools and weapons. Now this is a ore vein, so now we need to make something with that. So let's go and forage in that, and we got dried specific herbs, and this other stuff is junk. It doesn't have anything in it. So but let's go ahead and get this potion right here. And there's nothing else that we can do around it because everything is junk. There's nothing we can do there. Okay. Oh, cool. Now we got some scrolls. All right. Blueprints, carpet, big yellow. So now we have some big yellow carpet blueprints so that we can make stuff. Now, let's see about getting this ore right here. So again, go into your crafting, and let's see about making a pickaxe, because that gets the ores. So, we can actually just make a bare bones pickaxe. It's not going to be very good, but we can make more stuff better later on. So we need 3 blades, a handle, and some twine. Well, we already know we need the twine, so let's just go and create that. Now we need 3 blades, so we're just going to click those to 3, create that, and now we need a handle. And so we're going to click on that, and then we'll make that. And now we come back down here to our pickaxe, and now we can make our pickaxe. Now our pickaxe is made. Let's go to our inventory, and let's just go and put him right over there. Alrighty. Now we can mine this. We don't have to actually click on the numbers because it will automatically know what to do. If we go over to this rock, or any rock around here, like this one right over here, it will automatically know what to do. So we can just go ahead and it'll take out the hammer and start whacking on this rock to get a bunch of stone. And you're going to need a lot of stuff. And yes, I do mean a lot. So be prepared to walk around and pressing 1 and 2 every so often, like a lot often, to be able to harvest stuff, because you're going to need like herbs, and you'll find fruits and vegetables and stuff like that on the ground. So when you're over here at these ore veins, just go ahead and start mining them. So we're mining this, and we're getting this done, and we'll get quite a few out of this. And then once it's done, it will be a while, but then it will eventually respawn, and we will come back and get some more stuff. Okay, now you guys saw that place over there with the little sparkles that we could go into, but that's the desert area, and there's also a city area. Now this desert is from the year 1600, so long before this area was habitated, and so they're kind of like time shifts, if you will. So it kind of changes what things are, where they are. You will find these crates. You will find these crates often. Utilize them. You will need them. Now, we are leaving the safe zone, so we do kind of need to be a little careful about what we're doing and stuff. We can make a sword and stuff, and we might even look at doing that. There's some more healing covers, so let's just go and take that, or bandage. So let's go and take that, and let's look at making a sword. What does it take? Okay, saw, a rake, pickaxe. Doesn't look like we can make a sword yet, but there is a weapons tab down here, so we can make a knife and crude axe, hammer, and crude sword. Now, just the crude sword is all we can make because we don't have a forge. So let's click on the crude sword. We need a shaft and fiber, and it's just going to be a wooden sword. So we need some more shafts. So let's come all the way back up here. Let's go and close that one, and let's just go ahead and maybe make like 5 more. And that will be from the branches, so we're going to create those, and as soon as we get that made, then we will make a shaft. So we have that, and now we can come back down here to our crude sword, and now let's just go and make a crude sword. Now for this, I think what I'm actually going to do is actually just going to put that on like the stamina one. So when we get near an enemy, now pressing tab will take you into combat mode, and so you won't be able to forage or harvest or anything else. But you press tab, you go back out of that mode, and there you are. Now remember to mine all of these rocks that you can and forage them so you can get parts, because you may find bone, you may find all kinds of stuff. You never know what you're going to find. So got some blueberries. Now we are starting to get a little hungry, so let's go to I, and let's see, what do we have to eat? Well, we have a blueberry, so let's right click, and then we're going to eat that. And then, of course, we have like our herbs and stuff like that. We have some Rusella and some other things. So we don't have very much food right now, but we will as, as we keep on going. That plant is like totally like over this whole thing. So that's kind of ridiculous. Whatever, it is just a game. So it does have its, every game has their problems and stuff. So you guys can see what to do in this game. Build your early items, and they're going to be really not so good of items because you're just barely starting out. You can make better stuff as you get better equipment and stuff. And that rock is glitching in and out there for a second. But you can make a lot of better stuff. You can make a lot better stuff as you go, as you create more stuff, and you get better stuff, and you make the campfire, and you get metal, and you do this, and you do that, and the other thing. You will get a lot more stuff. So that's a building area. Now, if you go to M, you press your map, you can see that, and you use your WASD keys, W, S, A, and D to move around. And that's a building area. You can only build in the building areas. You cannot build anywhere else. It will not let you. So I'm actually eventually thinking about coming over here to this building area. This looks really cool. I'd like to build up on there. And for right now, I think we may just do like a little bit of a starter base right there. And all of these things are all like your map legends. It shows you what everything is. So there's mining sites. We haven't discovered a lot of this stuff yet. So that's something that we really do need to do. So in your travels, as you're going around, you will see things that you can do and you can get and stuff like that. Here's some more of that Rusella, and let's just go ahead and botanize and forage. So now we got a little bit of stuff. We got a strawberry, so that's good. We have a little bit more food. And yeah, some more Rusella. And if you see, you can't do stuff when you're moving at all. And if you want to quit doing stuff, just move, and it will stop doing stuff. And so, okay, there's already nothing there, and there's already nothing there. Okay. Now we are in an obelisk, which is a safe zone, so the creatures will not attack us unless we call upon the conflict. So what that means is if I go over to a wolf and smack him, then he's gonna come after me. Now it looks like there's right over here is another one of those places, and let's see, that goes to let's see if we can find out where that goes to. It hasn't quite shown up yet. Okay, there it is. That's the ruined city, which in the year 2045. So it says ruined city, so you know that something happened. Now, you want to pick the bark, you want to get the resin, you want to get all of this stuff. You're going to need every last bit of these supplies. You're going to have boatloads of them. But that's actually good because that means that you can get more stuff. Now, you don't have to chop down the trees because they can actually get that stuff on them. So we can get more of that stuff. Like the leaves and the resin and stuff like that. Stuff will respawn. Okay, so now we are in a safe zone of this obelisk. And this is the obelisk. And we can actually get some runes from it. So let's come over here and let's gather some runes from this obelisk. So we're going to pick rune fragments, and as it goes up, it gets done, we're praying basically at it. So we got 3 rune fragments. Good. Okay, now we can also harvest this rock. So let's go and do that, and then we'll get a little bit more stone. And it seems like I am getting a lot of stone, and I really am. But I also know that you're going to need a lot of materials as you go, as you build stuff, as you make your weapons and tools and everything else. You're going to need a lot of this stuff. Alrighty, now over here, this is a little thing that I actually happened upon. I was trying to record and my computer crashed, so I'm doing this again. This is an alchemical place, so we can actually make some alchemy type things here. And so far we don't have anything bad going on, but that doesn't mean that we won't. So what we need to do is follow the directions for what it says here. And it says up on the top left, collect mushrooms. So we're going to collect 12 mushrooms, 0 of 12. And so we're going to collect all of these here. There will be 12. And then we're going to see what happens. So let me get these collected, and we're almost there. Just a few more. And we can't, don't worry about the flowers because you can't collect them. So, you know, that's not something you really need to worry about. Spotting forage, botanize. Okay, got a raw stone. Yay. Alrighty, now that thing comes on. And now what this is an alchemical place. And now we got it done. And so click to craft and basic crafting. So armors. Now we can make a lot of this different stuff. We don't have any leather because we don't have any hides. So I'm not going to worry about that. Bandages. So you can see we can make a healing, but you can make this in our inventory too. And there's stuff like this. There is advanced, and I'm not exactly too sure what all of this is, but there's a 52% chance that we will actually be able to make this. And as we do it, that chance will go up and up and up. So as you do stuff, that chance goes higher and higher. Now, kindling, I'm sure, is for to make kindling. So it's a 100% chance. Some things are 100, some things are not. So basic campfire. So we need kindling to make the basic campfire, and the campfire we need raw stone. I do believe we can make this in our inventory, so I'm not as worried about that. Now, tools and weapons, the crude knife, we can crude axe and crude sword. Well, we already know that we can make all of this. Now, for cooking, this is where we're going to make like a lot of our cooked vegetables and stuff like that. So let's just go to basic again, and let's go to cooked fruits, cooked mushrooms. Let's go ahead and make a cooked mushroom stew. So 100% chance that we're going to make it. And so we're making the stew, and now the stew is made. Now it took some water, so now we have an empty water. We don't have any meat roast or anything else like that, so we can't do anything there. Soups, it doesn't look like we can do anything there. We can't make any mushroom soup because we don't have any dried herbs. So now I'm drying. We can dry mix of dried herbs. So let's go ahead and make 2 of these. And then we're going to go to our soups. And for the mushroom soup, now it says we don't have any water, but I know darn well that we do have water. So what I'm going to do is take this water and put it up there. And now we have water because it's down here on our bar. So, and we can always drink it from up here too, so that really doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and make some soup. All right, now we're making soup. And there's a 54% chance that we're going to make the soup. So we made the soup, so there is the soup, and there should be a mushroom thing, something or other somewhere. Reward box, alchemy. Ooh, that's a treasure. Nice. Okay, well, let's go and look at that real quick. And let's come over here, go to I, and let's just look at that. Right click to use, open. And oh, look at that, we got dye of purple, or whatever dye of purple is. We got 3 of these. Wowzers. Okay, good. Ooh, look at that, herbal tiling. Nice. And we probably got some more stuff. Yep, we got the rock salt. So this is giving us a lot of really good stuff, and so we have a lot of good stuff on us right now. So let's go and open this one too. All right, and now we got quite a bit more stuff. So you guys can see, you need to make sure that you look around, you eat, you do stuff, you check everything, you do things, you run around like crazy trying to figure stuff out. Don't forget to hit 1 and 2 and leave those there, so that way you can always get that stuff. Okay, got a raw stone. Let's go to cook, and let's go and cook mushrooms. So let's just go and create that. Alright. Now we can go to our inventory, and we're not like super hungry, but we are a little bit hungry. So there's our cooked mushrooms, and there's our cooked food. Now it will go bad eventually, so we just kind of need to be careful. That fills up 22 hunger, and that fills up 24. So now we are going to be pretty darn full, or at least close. Alright, now this will be here forever. It will stay running. We don't have to worry about adding stuff to it, whereas our campfire we do, and it will eventually burn out. We'll have to build another one whenever we make the campfire. Okay, so as we are going around, you guys can see what all I'm doing. I'm just basically harvesting and crafting and crafting and harvesting. And I'm trying to get my skills better because, like I said, there's a chance that things will work. There's a chance they may not work. And you have to just keep on doing things over and over and over. And it's actually a really good game. You can make stuff better. You can get better tier stuff. You can make stuff that's going to be really good, and then you can make better weapons and stuff like that. So I've earned some points for things. So let me pick these leaves. Got a cherry, apple. Okay, got 3 apples. Good. So yeah, I'm getting some stuff so you guys can see how this is working. And you just keep on doing this and you try to survive. I mean, you try to keep your food up. You try to keep your water up. Try not to get hit. We'll make some armor. And we will work on that stuff in a little bit. And there are There are animals that we can hunt. And so, like I said, to hunt, go to tab. And okay, you can see that comes up with that. And now let's just go and get him. There we go. And then get out of this. And now let's pick the meat. And then let's pick the pelts. Now we do have some meat. And now let's pick a trophy. And we have some fossils and an eye. These are all, I'm sure, crafting ingredients and stuff. And then I saw a deer, so it's another hare, a rabbit. Okay. Let's pick that meat and get the pelt, which is going to be good for like leather and stuff. And then, of course, deer and stuff, you will get more meat and you will get more stuff. So now we can actually, I'm thinking about going back to that place here pretty soon. It's on our map. So all we got to do is look for that chemical place right over there. And then we can go and get that. So keep on looking around, keep on crafting, keep on going. We will go into an anomaly, but I would like to make more than just a wooden sword because it can get very, very dangerous in there very, very quickly. The mouse is falling off my computer desk. These things will stay here for a good long time, and if you don't harvest them, then they will disappear and you will lose all the loot. So make sure that you harvest everything that you kill. We just killed ourselves a deer. So let's pick this meat, and we just got 3 deer meat, and let's get this pelt. There we go. So now we're gonna get some more pelt. Now we got 3 pelts, so that's better than the 1, and then we got some fat, and so that's a good thing too, because we need the fat to be able to do stuff. There are caves around. There are things you can go into. There are very, very dangerous things. There are really cool things. There is all kinds of things. You guys just need to be really careful about what you do and where you go and how you do it. Let's go to I. And let's actually transfer this to the bottom. And let's go and put our meat on the bottom just because it's going to weigh so much. And let's just go and eat a quick apple. I'll put that stuff on the bottom. Now these are the jars. We can actually transfer those to the bottom as well. And I'll go ahead and refill these jars. And I'm going to pick that mushroom that's sitting way out there. And come down here to the water. Thought I heard something. I was sure that I heard something. After you pick the Rusella, then you can pick the grass. And there are wolves, there are monsters in here, or enemies that will try to kill you, and they will succeed at killing you, so just be aware. Okay, fill all 3 of those, and put those back down there, and now we have plenty of water and stuff to be able to help ourselves out. And let's go and do a little bit of botanizing and a little bit of foraging. And just do that every so often, just we'll go and just keep trying. Okay, do this, and we're going to get some more stone here. So This is Novus Inceptio, and I'd like to know what you guys think about this. We haven't gotten to the building aspects or anything like that because we don't have a lot of stuff to actually build with. And it's kind of like some of the other games where you kind of have the outline of what you're going to build, and then you add the products that you have to it. So, I believe there's something nearby that's not so friendly from what I am hearing, but maybe it is. Not too sure though. So let me go and cut down this tree. We'll get some more logs, and then we'll be ending the episode, and I'm going to go over to that build place, and we will see about continuing this in the next episode. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what this is here and what you guys can expect. And so we need to chop this about 3 times, it looks like. There's 1. Here is 2, and we're getting fir, and there's fir and pine and all kinds of different woods, so you can make things out of different types if you want to. Okay, so that's done, and we don't want to go into that anomaly. Okay, now it says you enter into the building zone. Now we can build in this area. So if you go to your map, and you see right there we are in the building zone, and that's where we are. So you guys can see how this is. So anywhere in this zone, we can build anything that we want to. So this is where our building area is going to be to start. Alright guys, well this is the Fudge 3004, and again, this is Novus Inceptio. It's actually not all that expensive on Steam. I recommend this game to people who want a challenge in their gameplay, because this one will definitely challenge you. Now every time you log out and log back in, these anomalies may change to different things, so just be aware of that. So, okay, that's another desert, and so they will be deserts or cities as far as I know. I don't think I've ever found anything else, but again, there are updates fairly often for this game. So keep your eyes open and, just watch and stuff like that. And there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. Foraging, 0.5% increase. So now we're going to get a little bit better at foraging. The more you do, the better you get. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it for this episode. So let me know what you guys think about this game. It's a very interesting game. There are day and night cycles. Our age is now 25, so we have 50 more years or whatever until we will die, and then we have to go and respawn. And we don't have to worry about dropping anything. We'll just respawn and just keep on going. I will work on trying to get like the building and that stuff kind of like figured out for you guys, so you guys can see what goes on there. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.